So you made a fire beat in FL Studio. You have many tracks and many lanes to mix, but you don't know how to set up your mixer setting to get a way better workflow. So we start with the first thing. It's about routing your tracks and lanes to the mixer track. So these are your ideas or your ready beat, and here's your mixer. Nothing to see there. So we go back to the channel rack here, and you just see I split it all up. And in the best way, you just named it here right. And normally you go now here and go, okay, channel 1, channel 2, and then you have to name this here. But this is completely crap. You hold now Shift and scroll down all your sounds. And with Command and L, you see, we just linked all to our mixer track. So the next important thing is your system. When you want to get faster by mixing, you need a system which is always nearly the same. I show you now how I make my system and how my system works. At first I sort all of the sounds here, and there is a quick way to do that really fast. So we press Command again and scroll over my drum sounds, and you see, okay, here's the 808. I can scroll through. So I press Shift 2 and we can add these two sounds too. And then I move them forward. I move out the pad, doesn't matter. And now I sort them like that. So at first the kick, then snare sounds, clap sounds, head sounds. And if I got percussions or something else, I just put them in behind. So then I add one track. And with Option and the arrow keys, you can move them completely through the mixer track. So with all two. Next thing, I choose always basses. So at first my 808, because I need later a routing to the 808, then my bass pad, and you see bass sounds are red, my drum sounds are blue. And I use always this color. But why got lead layer sounds or pad sounds different colors? I have to say, I don't know. These are just not so important for me to colorize them pretty good. Next thing I will do is sort them by pads and leads. At first crashes, then impact sounds and other FX sounds. The next thing is pretty important, but don't overuse it, I would say. These are bus groups. The insert 9 here is completely free, I just added it. So we go on, right click, create group. I name this drum bus. And I choose again blue, because drums are blue. So I don't route them now, I just set at first my buses. I place my buses now before all the FX sounds, because later I route the FX sounds. I hate to scroll, for real. And this depends now a bit on the track. So the drum bus is always the same. I always use a drum bus. Then you got some ways to do. You can mix channel by channel, and I do this sometimes, but more often I use 2 reverbs maybe, or 3, and just route all to that reverb bus. Because you got one plugin, not 10, and it's maybe easier to mix them. Except things as equalizer or compression. These are plugins I only use on the channel. Except parallel compression. I would add now one bus group for reverb for now, and reverb is mostly green for me. And we add one delay line. So, and delay we make yellow. So now you got a sorted mixer track and you can start mixing pretty good. If you want to learn some more about making beats, here is a video for you. It goes about chord progressions and simple melodies and how to start to make beats. So before we route now all tracks to the right bus or start to mix, we have to adjust the levels a bit. And there's one really helpful plugin for that. So we go on the master channel and go on slot 2 or I don't know, search for Pink. So Pink is a free plugin, you can download it. If you want some plugin tips or if you want me to show you how to set up the plugins, just drop it in the comments. So we got the Pink plugin and it's called Pink Noise. So this plugin is free, you have to edit and you can adjust the levels by these Pink Noise. I show you how I make this. It's a bit disturbing. So let's choose the pad maybe. So I turned the pad fader down until you could barely hear it, only a bit over the Pink Noise. So this is really a fast way to get the right levels in your mix. So you see I made a pretty fast mix. It's not really clear or that good because I did it now really fast to get ready with the video. So I can show you some more tips. And the next thing I will do is now get my routing right. So the only thing I route in the beginning is just the drums. The rest comes with the mix. I mark all my drums, go to the arrow down there, right click, route to this track only. So now you see, none of the drums are linked to the master, only my drum bus is linked there. And all my drums got the sound. are linked to this drum bus. So now it's really easy to start with your main mix because you got all sorted. You can now choose the right plugins for your sounds. If you want to put later some reverb or delay on it, just link it then to the reverb bus, but don't link it like root to that track only. Just make a send like this. You can adjust the volume, but you have to put a reverb on the reverb bus. Pretty clear, I would say. And you can choose many other buses too, like a compressor bus for parallel compression maybe, or something like that. I would start now with equalization, but there's one thing I want to show you, because it's a game changer if you use often the same sounds, or if you mix often your own voice or your own guitar and you like the one sound. There's one way to save your mixer track. So let's use maybe this lead channel. We just load up like some plugins like this compressor. You can now adjust your settings. Now you got your mixing chain. You make a right click on the channel, go on File, Save Mixer Track State As. And now you can save your mixer track. Like, okay, this is my head mixing chain. Click on Save. And next time you can load it up just by right-click, File, and it will stay here down there. And you see there are some mixer track states like general purpose air mastering, flangers and reverbs and stereo tape stimulation. These are from FL Studio and you can use them too and just adjust all the levels. So I hope this helped you out and you get a better workflow now. If you got any questions, just drop them down in the comments and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other tutorials or raw sessions. And now go and make some bangers.